What's up? I'm alive, guys, and today we're going to be reviewing Brad's Game Reviews number 2, Final Fantasy 1 for the GBA. So, I'm going to start doing JRPGs and Pokemon ROM hacks and shit like that. So let me just give... Okay, so the plot of Final Fantasy 1, basically you are 4 Crystal Warriors of Light, and you are summoned to a kingdom to save a princess, and then your story begins, basically. Um, I'll start with number 1, story. It's an old. I'm gonna go based on the NES/GBA days. Story pretty standard. 7 out of 10 back in the day. 8 out of 10 back in the day. Or no, 7 out of 10 I'll do because it was okay. There was a decent plot twist at the end, but not to spoil. But basically, never mind. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Okay, number 2 I'm gonna review is world map, mechanics, battle system. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for the time. It wasn't actually no 7 out of 10. Wasn't revolutionary, but I kind of did like the fact the amount of hits you did reflected damage, so I'll give it a 7. Number 3, I'm gonna say is number 3. Enemies designs. 8 out of 10. I like them. They're not as actually 7.5 out of 10. Not as great as Dragon Quest, which I'm gonna be reviewing soon. Yeah. It's Dragon Quest has its neat enemies, and it's always 10 out of 10 throughout the series. But this is 8 out of 10 because the enemies are good, but there's some reskins, obviously. Typical JRPG thing. Number 4, or is it 3? Number 4 is, I want to say, number 4 is characters. 5 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it that, I know it's an NES game. The characters are pretty bland. Nothing interesting about them. Just go to a town, go to that, and which leads to the next thing: level design slash map slash world. I'll give that a 8 out of 10. It was pretty decent for back in the day, and yeah. So this part is exclusive, but 8 out of 10. Like I said. Anyways, this part's exclusive to GBA. Number 6, bonus content. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. For a GBA game, there was a lot added. Like, okay, I'll just tell you, there was like one fly floor dungeon, which was and they're all randomized floors, or they're different order every time, and they're fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's why I'm getting no. You know what? 10 out of 10. I just love it. I love that. GBA is the best, or PSP is the best port you can have of Final Fantasy 1 for that reason, because you can, like I said, do the bonus dungeons. And they may be long, but they're hella fun and they're worth it. Worth every second of it. So basically, when you beat one of the 4 main dungeons, yeah, So, when you beat one of the 4 main dungeons, it appears, pops up on your screen, and or no, it pops up in a certain spot on the map. Transport, which is a thing in JRPGs like Final Fantasy. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I love the way the transport, like the airship, the boat, like it was just good. Personally, like you could ride an airship. I don't know, I forgot all the vehicles, but there was a ship, airship, I think one more, but it was neat. 9 out of 10. Review number 9 is okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going back to the story from number 1 or 2 or plot. So basically, I'll you are summoned, and you got to get the 4 crystals of light, save them, because they've basically falling under some fiends, crystal fiends or whatever. And you got to kill them, head all the way to, you know, all the crystal locations, and you got to stop whoever this menaces and go back in time. But I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, now that I consider that, I'm gonna just give it a 9 out of 10. Pretty complex for back in the day, and I loved it. And yeah, so I enjoyed it. It was a good game. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah. Number 10, though, on my list next is probably weapons and armor. Actually, no. Gameplay mechanics, I think, is number 10. I'm giving it a 5 or 4 out of 10. Or no, 5 out of 10. Because I don't know. Like, basically in the NES days, they were all bugged, and that was pretty much a common thing throughout the series. In the NES days, they were just bugged. Like, the status effects were bugged. Like, when you tried using a weapon or something, instant death was bugged. It was horrible. So, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4. So, yeah. Um, and yeah, it's pretty. It sucked. Like, so that basically when you hit an enemy with an weapon or that had a status effect, you do that. Difficulty. From what I heard on the NES, Um, I'd give it an NES. I'm gonna give 2 reviews, separate reviews. NES will get a difficulty balance. I'm calling this 4.5 out of 10 for NES. The difficulty was horrible, and I mean horrible. But for GBA, I'm gonna give it a 7. No, 7.5 out of 10. Pretty. They fixed a lot. No, you know what? I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Pretty easy, but they know how to take bonus dungeons really hard with super bosses. And I had to use a couple save states. And I think I'll do one more topic. Dungeon design. For a NES game, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Pretty, and GBA too. I like the dungeons. They were just so beautiful. They weren't like Dragon Quest VI, which I'll get to one day. And yeah, so yeah, they're basically like floors. You go downstairs. It wasn't the stupid, like the old Dragon Quest days where or like it wasn't stupid claustrophobic dungeons like Dragon Quest VI, which we'll get to eventually. But yeah, like I said, it was pretty good. Um, last like bosses, I think I forgot that. Oh wait, did I do it? I think it was 7 out of 10. I don't know. Um, I think that's all. So the overall score is gonna be for an NES game. I'd say the NES 7 out of 10 due to the difficulty errors. Otherwise, it'd be a solid 8. But the GBA is going to be an 8 out of 10. Reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is because the bonus content really carried it, and it was just such a great experience. So I'm going to give it a 7 for the NES. No, frick it. 6.5 out of 10 for the NES. No, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for the NES. 7 out of 10. And then 8.5 out of 10 for, or no, never mind, 8. Okay, 7 for the NES, 8 for the GBA. Great solid game, and it led to Final Fantasy II, which we'll get to one of these times. But I'm gonna make another Brad game reviews next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend. I don't know. But take care, guys. Stay safe. COVID. I mean, stay safe. Have a good day.